water, my friend.
All right, everybody. So this is the 4th week for the month of May. We're going to do a quick review on all the escapes that we went over this month. All right. And then we're also going to add a bonus escape. All right. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. So the first escape that we worked on was I'm on bottom, my partner's on top on mount. Okay. Now from here, very important to keep your elbows in front of the knees. Why do I do that? So it doesn't get high mount. Exactly. So my partner doesn't climb up to this high mount. This is very bad. Okay. So let's go back down. It's super important once we get to this position here, before you do any type of frames, elbows in front of the knees. All right. Now we went over the hip bump escape. We're just going to do a quick review on that, and then we're going to move forward. All right. So for the hip bump escape, if my partner is not being active, right, if he's not trying to move up, or if his knees are just stationary, I can create the action. Okay. So how do I do that? I use my right knee to bump. So as I bump him, I'm going to keep my knee engaged. I don't release it. Okay. Now, where do my fingers go? Outside. My palm goes underneath the hips. Okay. Now again, as I drop my right leg down, I'm going to be looking to do 3 things, right? I'm going to be looking to bump. I'm going to be looking to bump and get into my butterfly guard. Okay. So this is like a trigger for me. So once I drop this, I'm going to bump my hips straight up. As I do that, I'm going to bench press straight up, locking my elbows out. Okay. So one more time, all together. As I drop, I bump and I shoot my hand straight up. Knees come to the chest, and I catch. From here, now my legs are holding the weight, okay? Now, different variations here that we can use, under the armpits, S-grip. So we're just gonna keep it super basic just to recover the guard, just by going underneath the armpits, and I'm gonna use this to rock. As I rock, I'm gonna kick out and sit myself up, okay? Notice I'm at a good position, I'm at a good distance here. I'm not too close here where if he wants to drive back, he's gonna drive back and lock me out. I have a good distance here to create space, and if he tries to engage and come back in, I can also just block here, okay? One more time with that. Okay, I got my elbows in front of the knees. I can use my frames to block here, okay? I'm gonna use my right knee action to cause an action. Boom, catch the hips. Keep my knee locked behind. As soon as I drop, hip bump straight up, bench press, knees to your chest, and I activate my feet, jiu-jitsu feet, okay? From here, I can go double under the armpit, S-grip, or we're just gonna keep it really basic here with C-clamps underneath the armpit. Now, create a little bit of momentum. I rock up, I extend my legs, and I sit up, okay? Very important to keep distance. You don't want him running back in. Here, with a clinch, or just keeping your palms on the shoulder. All right, any questions with that? All right, let's move on. Now, moving on to our L frame. Here, okay. Now let's say we have our elbows locked in front of the knees. My partner's being very aggressive, right? He's in this bear crawl, he wants to crawl his knees up. That's when I start to use my L frame, okay? So posture for me up, okay? So, whichever hand that's coming across the waist, you're gonna go thumbs down, okay? This is blocking the hips, right, or the belt here. The hand, that's gonna block the knee, palm facing you, thumb out. Boom, okay? Make sure you lock this up really super tight because we could eventually use this to escape from the armbar, okay? So once it's locked in, okay? Now, my partner might be trying to bring his knees up as I block, okay? Now from here, same thing. I'm gonna gear up my legs and my feet to bring my heels all the way up. And for this technique, I'm going to be doing 3 things, okay? I'm going to be bumping, turning, and using my elbow to push the knee down, okay? So from here, as I bump, I'm going to turn and use my left elbow to push the knee down, okay? Once I do that, I keep my L frame. I don't let go of this. I'm going to use my heel in front of the ankle, draw back, and lock my triangle, okay? Nice and tight. I pinch my knees. Try not to keep this open or keep it low, okay? So lock up a good triangle and pinch your knees. From here, once I have a good bite, I know he's not gonna pull his foot out. I'm gonna start turning my hips towards the mat, flattening my hips, bringing my knees up towards the sky. So from here, hips are now on the mat and my knees are pointing up. Now I don't need this L frame no more, okay? It did its job. So I'm going to use my right hand to block, and my left hand's going to go over the knee. Okay. Now I'm going to unlock my triangle, and as I bump, I'm going to lift my hips up, push the knee down, and look to hip escape. Once I hip escape, immediately create some space. So I'm going to be looking to create some space from here. My hands are out, blocking, just in case jiu-jitsu or if it's striking, blocking here. And now I have my knee shield. Okay, so I just recovered my guard into my position, and now I recovered my guard. All right, so one more time from there. Okay, so we're going to do 3 things again. We're going to bump, turn, and use my elbow to push the knee down. Bump, turn, push the knee down. Lock my triangle. Okay, now, live toes on the mat. Bring my hips to the mat. I'm still clamping, keeping everything tight. This isn't loosening up here. It stays nice and tight. Use my right hand to either block. My left hand goes over the knee. Okay. Now from here, I'm going to unlock my triangle. Left foot is on the mat. As I bridge, I push the knee down and hip escape. Creating some distance. My posts are activated, and now I'm good to go from here, right? I recovered my position. Any questions with that? All right, so moving on. So now using the L frame to escape the armbar. Okay, so let's say as I bump and turn to use the first escape, my partner is going to go into an S mount. As I go into an S mount, I'm going to risk my back and my arm. So let's go over it. So as I bump and turn, my partner is going to counter the position. Okay, when he counters it, he fills in the space, and now he's in a nice S mount, tight S mount. You can feel his heel driving back down, and his knee is almost like a pillow here. Okay, now I'm risking my back and my arm. I rather much prefer risking my arm than my back. I feel like once someone takes your back, it's pretty hard to get out, right? But if you risk your arm, you have the potential of getting out. Okay, now from here, I keep this locked up. We went over like the grenade pin. Okay, so keep this pin locked up. Now, as my partner gets the Kimura grip, I'm going to keep my L frame. Important details. Keep your elbow in and keep your shoulder on the mat. Okay. Now, as my partner locks up his Kimura grip and he starts to step over, good, freeze. From here, I'm going to keep my L frame. As he starts to sit back, I'm going to ride the momentum and time it. So as he sits back, I release, thumb facing down. I'm going to scissor kick my legs, keeping my elbow tucked in. My thumb is going to point down and it's going to point towards the hip. Okay, I don't want to just shoot my arm straight back and just giving him the position to easily armbar me. My thumb is going to point down. It's going to curve over the knee, over the hip as I scissor kick my leg. Okay, as I do that, notice my elbow's tucked in. I'm on my shoulder. And as I continue to come up, dead toes here, I'm going to sit back and pull my arm. Okay, so completely disengaging from the position from here and not getting trapped in an omoplata or in a triangle. Okay, so common mistake that happens is usually when people escape, they don't try to fully pull their arm out. Usually they try to turn back in. If they try to turn back in, they might get caught in a triangle from here or get caught in an omoplata. All right, so we'll go over that one more time. So using the L frame escape, it fails. My partner goes into an S mount. He goes for the armbar. Okay. In my mind, I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to time it. I'm going to wait for his momentum and ride the momentum. Okay. Not yet. So as he starts to come up and he takes a seat, I'm going to release my arm. No resistance on my arm. And fully disengage.
Water, my friend.